Beautiful souls, beautiful people all around the world. What's up with you today? It's it's foggy, man. It's foggy outside, but inside it's sunny. That's all that matters. I'm gonna do the video in the kitchen because every day I gotta remind myself that doing these videos on the window is not really. I mean, I enjoy it, but yeah. Let's talk about the truth and what is the truth and like not only what is it, but from my perspective, right? That's why it's also important to notice. To notify that what is the truth and how to find it. First of all, I gotta take care of my beard. First of all. Second of all, I just woke up, y'all. I just woke up, went to the bathroom, washed my face, take care of my, my body and shit. So, and what is the truth, man? The truth is there is no absolute truth. This is the absolute truth. There is no absolute truth, and because there is no absolute truth, there is also an absolute truth. It's both. And humanity, because it's still vibrating in that dualistic mentality, not to say that duality is bad, but not only that they vibrate in, they do not vibrate in a dualistic mentality, period. They vibrate in a separatist dualistic mentality, because there is also a inclusivism. I mean, if we could, I think we could, right? Express it in those terms, in these terms. It exists an integrative dualistic mentality or a dualistic approach. There is also a separatist dualistic approach. Humanity for a long time has been vibrating in the separatist dualistic approach or the reductionist dualistic approach. I made sure to differentiate the two, because you can still vibrate in a dualistic approach, meaning good and bad, black and white and stuff like this, but you understand that not only that the truth can be this thing, and at the same time be its contradiction, which means the contradiction houses, or contradiction possesses truth. Contradiction has truths in it. Let's say people talk about me like they say I'm a good person, but you find another person that say, nah, he's the worst person ever. Both of these things are true. Maybe for that person that say I'm a bad person, maybe for her or for him I'm the worst person ever, and her point of view is also valid. Her point of view is also valid. The people that say, okay, he's a good person, right? Their point of view is also valid. So we have to divorce. I mean, when I say we, I'm not talking about myself here personally, but as a collective, humanity has to divorce themselves with that idea that the truth can only be one thing and not the other. It's false. It doesn't have a real basis. And I said it right. It doesn't have a real, authentic, legitimate basis. It's all fake. It's all fake because we've been taught that if I say this stone is green, right? This stone is green. Somebody else comes and say, nah, it's not really green. Actually, it's kind of blue. Humanity is going to say, no, it's not blue, it's green. But they do not understand that the person that says it's blue, maybe that person, not maybe, but most probably that person has another perspective. Most probably in the reality of that person, it's blue. Maybe that person has a deeper way of seeing, of looking at it. Maybe that person has a deeper way of deciphering the true color of the stone. So we have to divorce ourselves with the idea that reality can only be one thing and not the other. It's false. It's false, baby. It's false. And a lot of people will tell you, well, we live in a world where people will always be making separatist choice, meaning they will always tend to separate things according to labels: good, bad, black, white, red, blue, and shit like this. But it doesn't mean it's the best approach. If everybody's doing something, that doesn't mean it's the best thing to do. And last time I checked, if you need to know what's the worst thing to do, check what everybody else is doing. Check how everybody else is thinking. If you want to know the erratic or the mistaken way of thinking, check how everybody thinks. Check their tendency to divide stuff, put them into box, give them labels, separate them. You know, you're a musician, you're not a philosopher. You know, you're from the streets, you can't talk about these things. Yeah, check their tendency to divide stuff, put them into labels, put them into boxes, classify them according to how they look, according to how they talk, you know, their accent, their language, and stuff like this. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. We all need some type of compass, you know, to navigate this world, but there cannot be only one compass. There cannot be only one compass. And as long as people stay in that vibration that, oh, okay, yes, I understand you, but we are in a physical world, you know, we are in a tangible reality, you know, this is how the world works. Oh, do you really know how the world works? And what kind of world are you talking about? Your world or the world? A lot of people are so arrogant in their sense of describing or taking the world or making reference of the world. It's like, oh, you know, it's the world, the world. We're like, nigga, like, give me a break. It's like, give us a break. Give yourself a break, right? A well-deserved break. Because it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Last time I checked, if you want to know what is the worst way of thinking, what is the worst mentality to have, check everybody else's mentality. Check the majority's mentality. And by majority, I mean in every field. If you're in technology, you want to know the worst thing to do, check what the majority in technology is doing. If you are in spirituality, this is why I wanted to arrive with my speech. If you are in spirituality and you want to know what is the worst way to think, to approach things, go and check what everybody else is doing. You will find that just like the rest of the other majorities, they do pretty much the same thing. They divide things into groups. They label them according to their own assumptions or presumptions. You know, it's like this. It's the the good and the bad. And angels and demons, and it's like there cannot be any type of diversity. It's like every time I see this thing, it's like bruh. Every time I'm listening to a speech like this, it's like, bruh, just like that. The famous bruh, it's like, bruh. It's like, I'm good. Because it's not the way things really are. I mean, from my perspective, and my perspective is way above the majority's perspective. Because the majority's perspective doesn't work. The complicated approach doesn't work. The complex approach works. The simple approach works. But the complicated approach doesn't work, y'all. It doesn't work. So if you want to find the truth, I'm sorry, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And I want you to divorce yourself with the idea that you will find somebody, you will find someone, a master, right? You will find a master, a teacher that will give you the complete absolute truth. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. You will never find the complete absolute truth in any book from anyone else but you. It's the hardest pill to swallow. That's why it's the cold truth. I'm here to give you the cold truth. There is no individual out there that will come and give you like the complete, like I know like many of you empaths, artists, right? I mean, I should not put this on quote unquote, but many of you empaths, artists, weirdos, bizarros out there, psychos, locos. Many of you feel the need to find someone. You feel the need to find a teacher. You feel the need to find a mentor, right? Someone that exists in your physical reality that will guide you, that will give you all the sauce, that will give you the juice without diluting things, without watering it down, without, when I say watering it down, I'm talking about without circling around the, I forget the expression. But without masking it, without masquerading the truth, without, and it's very difficult to find someone like this. And most of the people that will give you the cold truth, they do not aspire to be the teachers of anyone. I'm one of those people. I do not aspire to be the teacher of anyone. When I say teacher, I'm talking about like you come to me like physically, or you take me as a teacher. I do not want to. Nah. I give people a lot of advices. I've been giving people a lot of gems, a lot of books. I've been sharing a lot of things, but I never do it from a stance of, oh, I am his teacher, I am her teacher, I am his or her mentor. I am responsible for his growth or her growth. I think we're all responsible for each other's growth. That's how I think it. That's how it is in my mind. So that's why I'm incompatible with this approach of going to someone, that will give me the whole complete truth. Because I already know it doesn't exist. So you have to divorce yourself with the idea that the truth is only one thing and it cannot be the other. You have to divorce yourself with the idea that the truth is okay. When I say it cannot, you have to divorce yourself with the idea that the truth is only one thing and cannot be the other. Now you have two elements in your mind, right? Maybe black and white. Now you're thinking like, oh, now you're referring to the truth being both of these things, like both black and white. Like it's a, it's a coin, so it has two sides. As a matter of fact, it's not only a coin. It's also a triangle, it's also a square, it's also a circle, it's also like a pentagon, it's also an hexagon, it's also an heptagon, it's also an octagon or octagon. I don't know like how you pronounce it. But you get what I'm saying. The truth is never one thing and not the other. The truth is all of the above. The truth is blue, the truth is red, the truth is green, the truth is yellow, the truth is all the colors, and some more. And some more. The truth is not only all the colors that we know of, but only colors that we cannot see now. What about that? So we are going to exclude them because of our of our limited perceptions, because of our limited knowledge, because of our incomplete wisdom, because of our lack of I'm gonna say humility here, cosmic humility. We have to have, this is one of the one of the phrases that when I say it, I feel myself, I feel it. We have to have cosmic humility. We have to have cosmic humility to understand that we live in a cosmos. And listen, man, Earth is one planet. Meaning it's just one house in the neighborhood. And by neighborhood, I mean the solar system. And the neighborhood is just one neighborhood in the collection of neighborhoods in the district, y'all. I could say the district is the galaxy right here. And the district is just one district among many other districts in the city. The city here, you could consider it as the clusters of galaxies. And this city is one of many cities in the, let's say, state, and the state is like this. I don't know. Y'all saw the biggest image ever taken about the cosmos. It looked like a lung, right? It looked beautiful, and it's all these things, man. You have to come on now. Like, when are we going to stop living according to this third density? It doesn't make sense anymore. It doesn't make sense anymore, y'all. It doesn't make sense anymore because there are too many of us. And by us, I'm thinking about young people that are way more advanced mentally. Their mentality is so advanced. Their mentality is so transcendental. And they be sitting here, listen to y'all grown-ups, listen to y'all adults. They be seeking all types of knowledge because they want to have some type of corresponding, some type of resonating information. You know, they want to find some type of information that resonate with how they feel, with how they think, with how they vibrate, with how they are. But they be listening to y'all adults and grown-ups and stuff like this, and y'all be belittling them. Y'all be trying to downgrading their vibration, in their frequency because you were born before them. What type of logic is that, man? It's like I was born before you. I came to this earth before you. Therefore, I have the authority to belittle you and to tell you that what you think is not true because I came here before you. Oh, for real? You really think like that? Man, listen, man. Listen. This is why I could say the people that I have had the most productive or the deepest conversations with, these people are either elders, like people in their 50s, 60s, not even 50s, y'all, like 60s and 70s, people that have traveled the world, people that have seen it all, done it all. These are the types of people that I have had the best conversations with, and also the children. Because these people are not afraid to tell you like it is according to their own perspective. But you see the adults, like in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, they be thinking like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to disrespect anyone. I don't want to use any triggering word, but listen. Y'all need to start like considering the cosmicality. Oh shit. Oh man, I'm coming with new words, y'all. I'm coming with new words. I just heard it in my mind, y'all. I just heard it in my mind. I just said you all need to start considering, and I heard cosmicality. Oh shoot, man! Oh yeah, I'm telling you, oh shit. Sorry, y'all. I nearly coughed. Oh man, listen. Y'all need to start considering the cosmicality of things, y'all. The cosmicality of reality. I'm smiling because it's like I hit the G spot, y'all. I'm telling you. It's like I just hit the G spot, man. I'm like, shoot. Listen. And I honor and respect people that are in their 40s and 50s and 60s and 30s that vibrate in a frequency that allow them to be so expansive and so flexible, so cosmically flexible, that they understand people like me that are in their 20s and that talk like this. And they're not afraid to say, the boy's right. Not right, like absolutely right, but his perspective is way more experienced and advanced than this perspective of separating things, put them into boxes, waiting on your awakening. Yeah, listen, you don't have to wait for any awakening, yo. You don't have to wait for any enlightenment. Don't trust anybody that tells you you're not gonna be enlightened today. You're gonna be enlightened. It takes 2 years. It takes 3 years. It takes now. It takes now. Maybe I'm too people have told me like, yo, your words are, you are right, but for us, you are only right when we finally decode your words the proper way, because your words are very compact. You use simple words, sure, but your logic is really like your reasoning is really compact. Like it's really like, it's like it's really compact. So we have to unpack it in order to understand the true perspective that you're giving us. And I respect that. I respect that. That's why y'all see like many of my videos, I do them long, like 1 hour, more than 30 minutes. Because things that I could say in 15 minutes and just put the video out there, most of y'all, when I say y'all, I'm talking about people my age, people under my age, people above my age. Most of the people that want this information, they are not going to understand my way of explaining it, because my way is really compact, and I'm a radical. I'm gonna give it to you like it is. I'm gonna tell you like, listen, you are everything. You everything. You are now, and don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for yesterday. Don't even wait for today. Do it now. Become awakened now. Become enlightened now. But this way doesn't really help everyone. It helps the ones that can take it this way, the ones that are built to take it this way. But not everybody is built that way. I understand. So this is why I myself am in a relativist approach. I love relativism. That's why I be understanding the way I understand things. I mean, the way I explain things. I be understanding the way I explain things, and when I observe myself, I be like, alright, cool. Maybe I should do another video to re-explain, to reiterate, to rephrase these things in a more explainable, not explainable, but in a more comprehensible, in a more understandable way. Because you see, like, the way I think is the way I write. I write things very they are really compact. And sometimes people be like, how am I gonna understand this? Like, it's I gotta water it down. So let me water it down for y'all. The truth is the infinite. The truth is infinite. So you're never going to get the complete truth, because infinity is not something that will end. I was gonna say anytime soon. But it's not gonna end at all. So divorce yourself with the idea that you will find in some way, somehow, somewhere, or some win. I don't know if that word exists, but let's put it out. Let's slide it in there, right? You are never going to find the truth somewhere, or some win, or somehow, or some way. The complete truth. Your only hope, not your only hope, but your only option. Okay, now your best option. You have many options. You have infinite options, but one of your best options is to tell yourself, listen, nobody out there will ever be able to give me the complete truth, because they do not have it. Listen, nobody has the complete truth. Nobody has the complete truth. So one of your best options is accepting the fact that there is nobody out there that has the complete truth, and the best that people can do to you or can do for you is inspire you, is stimulate that essence that you have, that consciousness that you have, that is ever expanding, is to stimulate that force within you, that signal within you that will awaken the rest of your body, the rest of, not your body, but the rest of your being in general. This is why I respect people that say, according to me, or from my perspective, or the way I see it. Because the way you see it might not be the way someone else is seeing it. And you can be more intellectually advanced or developed than someone, but that person that is not so intellectually developed as you, that person is more conscious of you. Your intellect is more muscular, because you've been training it by reading books, by listening to podcasts, by going to conferences, by going to a lot of, by doing a lot of honorable things. Because exercising your intellect is a honorable thing, because even the intellect now, I'm gonna say, the regressive or self-destructive force in the universe, in the world. Even the intellect now is attacking. I mean, it's always been attacking the intellect. Actually, yeah, it has always been attacking the intellect because it knows the intellect will. The intellect will, after being so muscular, it's like when you are working out, right? If you don't use steroids, if you don't use drugs, if you don't use anything external to you to become bigger, like, bigger, you will reach a point where your body has reached its limit. When I say limit, I'm talking about size here. You can be stronger than Hulk and have a body this size, like my finger here. It's not about size. It's not about size. It's not about size. This is why you have to respect everybody. You have to treat anyone, especially those that consider themselves as being part of the global spiritual community, the global spiritual society, or the global conscious society. Because you really don't know, y'all. You really don't know. You can perceive someone as being small, but that person is so strong. They can just, like this. They can just, just put you out like this. Sorry. So it's about recognizing the infinite angles, the infinite perspectives of this absolute truth, and try to incorporate the most amount of perspectives possible. I'm going to repeat that. One of your best options is to recognize or accept that there is nobody out there that will give you the complete truth, because they are also seeking the complete truth. And by accepting that, you embark on a journey to integrate or incorporate, all right, the most amount of perspectives possible. Meaning, you know that his perspective is valid, but also her perspective is valid. All right? And when I'm saying these things, I'm already thinking about patriarchy and matriarchy. All right? There are a lot of honorable men out here that will tell you, listen, patriarchy is the way to go. Patriarchy is the way to go. That doesn't mean you will minimize the woman. That doesn't mean you will subjugate the woman. That doesn't mean you don't like the woman. That doesn't mean you don't love the woman. That doesn't mean the woman is less than you. That doesn't mean the woman is weaker than you. That's not what it is. But that just means you are the head of the relationship. You are the leader. You are the one that he's running the relationship. You are the one that he's leading the relationship. Because if you give the leadership of the relationship to the woman, she will lead it to destruction. She will lead it to separation. She will lead it to divorce. She will lead it to exclusion. She will lead it to just fracturation. She will fracture everything. She will just break things into pieces. You know why? Because she is meant for you as a man. The sentence is not finished yet. Because I can already smell the feminist coming here. Oh, he's a how do I say that? Misogynist. He's a misogynist. See, he's saying like the woman was meant for the man. Okay, I could even finish the sentence this way. You want me to finish the sentence this way? I could even finish this way. Let's put it like this: the woman was meant for the man. Now you're gonna tell me, nah, it was not meant for the man. But okay, what if I tell you the man was meant for the woman as well? Now you're just gonna shut the F up, right? Because you don't understand that logic. Because you're so caught up in the reductionist way of, assumptions. Y'all gotta stop assuming. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop assuming stuff. And you are in the tendency to just keep assuming stuff is caused by your cultural background, your paradigm, your cultural paradigm. Your cultural paradigm. And I'm talking here, I'm not talking about, but yeah, I'm also talking about this perspective of culture. I was gonna say I'm not talking about black culture, white culture, but nah, I'm still talking. You can include them. you can include them. Because by being born under a certain race or in a certain race, your genes express themselves a certain way. And you have to learn, you have to teach those cells, those genes, those molecules, those atoms. You have to teach them to open themselves and to give you, by you I mean your consciousness, and to give you access to this infinite power, to this infinite to this infinite awareness of things, to this transcendental way of seeing things, of perceiving things, of hearing and listening to things. You have to teach them, listen, I don't want to be that limited person. I don't want to put myself into one box. I don't want to be judgmental like this. I don't want to judge books by their covers, because I've seen terrible things happen when people do that. I don't want to be one person and not the other. I want to be everybody. I want to have that power. So you go and you meditate, you go inward. This is why I'm always gonna preach. I'm always gonna keep preaching. Go inward. The way out is within. The way out is within. The only way out is within. The only way you're gonna exit the matrix is going inside, y'all. By going inside, you will be shown a lot of things. You will show yourself, your higher selves, because you have not one higher self. Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news! You don't have one higher self. You have multiple higher selves. So your higher selves will teach you many ways to exit what we call the 3D matrix, the 3D density matrix, because it's expired, it's outdated, it's boring. It's boring. Listen, I love these videos, yo. I don't know, like I'm enjoying myself here. Yeah, you have to divorce yourself with that idea. The idea that, okay, you were born white, for example, and you think like, okay, I'm not racist. You know why I say this? Because this is the most stereotypical thing when you mention white people. When you mention white people, everybody in the world that has, let's say, that is 15 years old or older, even younger now, even, let's say even 15, bro, like even 6-7 years old, like they're already conscious of how people treat each other's by way of labeling them according to their skin color. I've seen a video the other day on Instagram, and there was a beautiful white girl talking to a dark-skinned girl, also very beautiful. I mean, both of them were like stunning. And she said, the white girl said, "I'm not white." And the black girl said, "Nah, I think it was a white boy. I mean, it was a black boy and a white girl." And the black boy said, "No, you are white." And it was articulate because, you know, his pronunciation and everything, how I described it. "No, you are white because the way you look is white. Your hair is blonde and things like this, you know." And the lady, I say the lady, but I love this word, the lady, because it's a cultured word. And the white girl, the little white girl, y'all, she said, "I am not white." And they were arguing back and forth. "I am not white." And the black boy said, "You are white." And the white girl said, "Are you black?" And he said, "Yes, I am black." But the white girl said, "You are not black." And the black boy said, "What am I?" And the white girl said, "I am not white. You see my color? You see? It's not white. It's not white. You see? You see my face? It's even different from my hands. It's not white. It's not white." And the black boy said, "What am I?" He said, "You are not black. Don't you know black color?" You know, like they were so cute, y'all. They were so cute. I don't remember exactly what they said, but the girl told her, "I am not white." And the black boy said, "What are you?" And she looked closely and she said, "Pink." I was like, "You got it, girl." Like, I was like, "You got it. You know colors. Her skin was pink. Her skin was not white. And she was like, that's pink because listen, you go to school. Listen. If you've been to kindergarten, now I'm gonna trigger a lot of people, y'all. Listen. I'm gonna trigger so many people with that illustration. If you've been to kindergarten, if you've been to kindergarten, you know that. For example, this is red. This is blue, right? What example can I take again? I mean, you can, okay, this is white. The thread here is black. You know colors. You know pink. You know beige. You know brown. You know. So, have you forgotten your kindergarten lesson? Have you forgotten your kindergarten lessons, y'all? Maybe you've forgotten your kindergarten teachers' names. That's highly possible. That's highly probable. But have you forgotten your kindergarten lesson? Now you'll be labeling people according to the mainstream way of labeling people. He's black or he's white. Nah, bro. There are infinite colors. I've seen white people in Siberia. I've told you that. Like, I've seen like truly white girl, like beautiful white girls. I've also seen truly black girl and black boy in St. Petersburg. Guys from Sudan and Chad. These guys, listen, their skin are just mwah. And you look at them, and when they smile, you look at their teeth and you're like, God damn. People like, oh shit, this is beauty. You know, it's like, this is beauty. You know, it's like pure black skin, you know, just pure and glowing black. And you be like, When I see these things, I be like, shit, this is what I came to this planet for. You know, to just observe and be amazed by beauties, you know. I enjoy looking at beauties, like, listen, I love it. So, to get back to the color things, y'all, we have to stop. We have to stop. Because even there are individuals that you cannot even label them by a single color. Because their face is a color, their hand is another color, their butt is another color. Their feet is another color. So how you gonna label them? You white or you brown or you? It doesn't exist, y'all. You're just a human. Period. You're just human. So divorce yourself with that idea, and learn to incorporate, learn to integrate, learn to include all the perspectives that you are going to encounter during your journey here. During this lifetime, this is your duty, this is your work. Or should I say homework? That's your only homework. Incorporating, integrating as many perspectives as possible. And by integrating them, now you will be able to choose which perspective fits you the best. Is it the reductionist perspective? Or a perspective that allows you, right? Or should I say a perspective wherein you allow yourself to be anyone at any time, in any point in time. Wow, that's beautiful. Will you choose the reductionist perspective and close yourself to expansion? Close yourself. Reduce yourself to some nationality. Reduce yourself to some culture that has so many traumas that you should also transcend, that you should also heal. Because breaking news, baby. Breaking news, baby. If you think you're going to divorce yourself, let's say, Let me take that example. Let's say you're Chinese and you say, okay, I'm gonna divorce with the Chinese culture, I'm gonna adopt the Japanese culture. Breaking news, baby. The Japanese culture is full of traumas as well. Let's say you are a white person, right? Yeah, I started with that example, I didn't finish it. Now I'm getting back to it. Yeah, I like that. You see, like I can, like, and I don't prepare for these videos. I'm just freestyling them. But at the same time, I can look at things. I can have an upgraded, all right, an expanded view, all right, of the things I talk about, and I open a parenthesis here. I make it a long illustration, and then I close it, and then I go back to a perspective that I didn't finish, and then I go back to another perspective. It's beautiful. That means my mind doesn't really rotate around the small paradigm. It's boring. It's boring. I'm gonna repeat it. It's boring. Yeah, so to get back to the white person illustration, let's say you're a white person, right? And when I opened this parenthesis, I illustrated it with the black boy and white girl example. But the first example that I wanted to talk about is this one that I'm going to say. Let's say you're born a white person, right? And let's say you were born in Luxembourg, right? Because listen, these people over there, listen. I mean, according to the world statistics, they pretty much have it better than a lot of other white countries, right? Let's say you were born in Luxembourg, right? And you've been living in comfort, pretty much the 3D comfort, right? Physical comfort. You have education, or Finland. Yeah, I can take that example as well. Listen, Finnish people, they are very like beautiful people, good people. They also, listen, every nation has their traumas that they should transcend. Every nation has their limited beliefs, limited perceptions that they should transcend. You know, I choose to see the good in everyone, also the bad, by the way. I don't see only the good. If you see only the good in this world, you're going to be you're going to be a martyr or a martyr. I don't know which action you prefer. You're going to be someone that they think is good. Like, you're going to be food for a lot of people. They're gonna see you as food. They're gonna see you as food. They're gonna see you as food. Let's just eat them. Oh, he sees only the beauty. He doesn't see the ugliness. Alright, cool. Let's eat them. It's just a beautiful dinner. That's a delicious dinner, y'all. That's how the world is going to see and think of you. Learn to see both the good and the bad. I mean, quote unquote, right? Learn to see both the beautiful and the ugly. It will serve you greatly in your journey. Yeah, let's get back to the white person illustration. Let's say you're white and you were born in Luxembourg. And in your mind, let me not take this example, y'all. Let's say you're a white person. You were born in the States, in a black neighborhood. In a predominantly black neighborhood. And let's say you've had black friends. You've had listen, all your friends are black. I'm not even going front in this example, y'all. I'm gonna go all the way. Your mama is white, your daddy's white. All your family is white. But you were born in a black neighborhood. And all your friends black. You've gone in, I don't know, Miami-Dade College, right? Where you have a lot of blacks. Listen, you're born, you studied in predominantly black universities. And you've known, you know how they talk, you know their ways and shit like this. And while I'm talking like this, you're feeling yourself because I'm talking like, the black guy, And a black guy comes to, let's say you're caught up in a confrontation, or let's say when I say confrontation, I'm not talking about physical, but verbal. And most probably they tell you something to trigger they play the race card, right? You're racist as MF, you know. And you're like, no, I'm not racist. I got a lot of black friends. Yeah, listen. When white people give that like argument, listen, we be laughing at the motherfucker. And you say, nah, I was born in a black neighborhood. Like, I mean, you won't talk like this if you're truly a white person. You won't talk like this. But let's say this. Okay, I'm gonna show you how you're gonna talk. I was born in a white neighborhood. You know, I have black friends. You know, I mean, this I cannot do it because you know I'm laughing right now. I could do it perfectly, trust me. But nah, listen, you going to express yourself in these terms. I got black friends. My whole life I've been living with blacks and shit, stuff like this, you know, and they gonna be laughing at you. You know? Instead they laugh at you. Now you're facing a cognitive dissonance. I could even say an existential dissonance because you've been living with these MFs. And now you see that they laughing at you. And you feel like, I'm telling the truth, y'all. I have a black friend. I got a black girlfriend, and you know, stuff like this. And the more you say, the funnier it gets to them. And you go to your house, you go back home, and you crumble. You crumble. And now, if you crumble and you do not consider their perspective, this is what is beautiful about my illustration, y'all, because I'm both giving you things visually, but also I go inside your mind psychologically. I'm giving it to you. I give you the juice, y'all. I give you the sauce. If in crumbling, you do not consider their perspectives or their perspective, you do not consider their angle, you think that they were wrong and you were right because, you know, listen, you have black friends. You do not consider their perspective because, listen, you have a black boy, you have a black girlfriend, or if you're a girl, you have a black boyfriend. You think simply by having those people or by growing up with these people, well, you're not racist. And you don't consider their perspective. And you crumble. Most probably, if you crumble and you crumble ignoring their perspective, now you are activating the side of you that is going to be the biggest overtly racist motherfucker, or racist like person, like individual. Because in your mind you're gonna think, my whole life I've been living with these people, and this is what they've done to me. So now I'm gonna show them my evil side. I'm gonna show them like my bad side. Oh, they want me to be racist? I'm gonna be racist. Most probably in your mind is what you think, while crumbling and ignoring their perspective. And next morning you wake up. This is day one of your evil life. I mean, your overtly racist life. And you go about the world expressing your hate or your disdain for these people. Now you divorce yourself with your friends. You don't talk to them anymore. Now you say to them things that are really racist. And before that, you weren't saying these things to them because, you know, you grew up with them. Like, you understood what it felt like. I mean, what it feels like. And now you are transforming yourself into what you have been fighting not to be your whole life. If you've had a flexible education and your information doesn't come from exclusively white people, you know your history, and by your history I mean world history, multicultural history, because breaking news, baby. I love this expression, breaking news. Breaking news, baby. Your history is not limited to white culture or to the white race. This is not your history. Oh, you thought your history was Breaking news, baby. Your history is world. I mean, not even world. Your history is a universe history. It's cosmic history. Come on now, I'm preaching. Preach, baby. Preach, baby. Your history is world history. And not even that. Your history is cosmic history. Damn. So now what? Get back to what I was saying. You divorce yourself with the idea that the truth is only one thing and not the other. Or not the others. Meaning angles, perspectives. Or, to nuance the illustration, if you go home, you crumble. But you don't crumble in a pitiful way. You're not giving yourself any pity, and you're not taking any pity from no one. You crumble in a sense that you allow your intellect, you allow your egoic self, which is not bad, by the way. But you allow your ego to go through some type of transformation that will feel like death. Death is all a transformation. This is what they call the ego death. You allow yourself to crumble. Because by crumbling, baby, breaking news. Breaking news. By crumbling, you will find pieces of yourself that were left at the bottom. And you need those pieces to become a bigger version of yourself, a more authentic version of yourself, a more upgraded, a more ready for the world version of yourself. My phrasing are really weird, y'all. Breaking news, baby. If you crumble, and by crumbling, you adopt a scientific approach. Nah, not even scientific. Okay, both a scientific, because you've lived it, meaning you have empirical data for your subsequent philosophical question, because this is why it's important to be both a scientist and a philosopher. If you're only a scientist, you're going to have limits, and life will humble you. And if you're only a philosopher, you're also going to be limited. You will not be that extremely limited like the science, because listen, scientists, they are extremely limited when they are only scientists. And by only scientists, I'm talking about the materialistic science, the 3D science of this 3D density here. I mean, when I say 3D, I don't mean to say density, of this 3D dimension, I mean this 3D matrix here. You have both. It's necessary for you to be both the scientist and the philosopher. Now you take this empirical data, these memories of, you are in the restaurants and a verbal confrontation arose, and they told you were racist, and you told them you grew up with black friends and you grew up in a black neighborhood, and they laughed at you, and everybody started laughing, and even white people as well, and you felt humiliated, you felt like belittled, you felt like your whole world crumbled and shit. Go home, and now you have to put back pieces of yourself that you did not even think existed, or did not even think existed. And by the scientific approach, by the complex, this is the complex approach, by the way. You take scientific data, you keep your mind open. This is the next scientist of the world, the Nassim Haramein, the kinds of Nassim Haramein, the kinds of a lot of black scientists. Yeah, man. You take the scientific data, you keep your mind open as a well-advised or as a well-informed or as an alert scientist, and you become the philosopher. You transcend, and you're like, why are these people? I mean, why were these people saying, why were these people laughing when I told them I grew up with black people, meaning I'm not racist? Does that imply that growing up with black people does not make you an anti-racist, or does not prevent you from being racist? Yeah. And there is a beautiful white lady. I forget his name. I forget her name. But she's a hero. And listen, every black people know who I'm talking about. She's a hero because she has spent her life teaching white people, everybody, that we have to see past this color thing. And the video is not about colors, but I'm just taking them as examples, as an example, to make you realize that no matter how painful your traumas are, and trust me, I know how painful they are. Breaking news, baby. No matter how painful they are, you have to transcend them. You have to heal them. Breaking news, baby. No matter how pro-black you think you are, you have to divorce yourself with the idea that the black race is the devil. The black race is the enemy. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. You see in which terms I'm expressing myself. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. So it's like in my mind, they can be both. And I don't spend my time looking for an enemy. I don't spend my time looking for an enemy. When I'm about to do a video, I don't spend my time looking for obstacles. Oh, which people I'm going to offend. Oh, I gotta censor myself because, I'm gonna trigger these people. I'm gonna trigger that. Nah, bro. I'm free as a bird. Matter of fact, I'm more free than a bird. I'm free as an energy. Oh, sheesh. Yeah. This is listen. Breaking news, baby. This is the upgraded version of this expression or this phrase. I'm free as an energy, baby. I'm free as 0 point energy. Ooh. Pause. Let's take 2 seconds. Let's that sink in for 2 seconds. My God. I am free as 0 point energy, baby. I'm free as the cosmos, y'all. Not even as a bird. I'm more free than that. So, you have to divorce yourself with that idea, man. Of course, every community stick together. And by saying these terms, it's like I am misleading black people into thinking that you have to integrate or you have to include other races or other communities into your own community in order for you to grow. This is not what I'm saying. This is not what I'm saying. You have to be intelligent and smart enough to be clever, not in one dimension only, but in multiple dimensions. You have to work, listen, you have to understand the necessity that growing up or growth will require you to work with everybody. Don't get caught up in that I don't trust white people stuff. I'm talking to black people here. Build yourself in such a way that nobody can trick you, no matter which color they are. Because breaking news, baby, if they say that you don't trust white people, they will send the black people to trick you. By they, I'm talking about the regressive, self-destructive force in this planet, on this planet. Because they are looking for your weaknesses. I said these things in another video. The devil studies the world. Check out this video, by the way. Very informative video. Man, look at me that thought like this video was going to be a mid-form video, not a short form, nor a long form, but a mid-form. Feel me? Like it's already 53 minutes, Like it's not even 53 minutes because this is the second part of the video. The first part, I recorded it before my phone went down to 2%, and he told me I cannot record anymore. Your battery's too low. Yeah. Breaking news, baby. You don't have to trust anyone to work with them. Breaking news, baby. Professional trust doesn't mean absolute trust. Doesn't mean personal trust. I trust you with that work. You say you are professional. Okay, let's do this work together. Let's do this work together. And if you're trying to sneak and cheat, and I'm gonna call you out because I'm a professional. I'm an expert, by the way. This is how you have to treat people. I don't know in which career path you are on, but that's how you have to treat people. You don't have to just tell them, label them in your mind. I'm not saying you have to say that to them verbally, but you don't have to label people like, if you're a white person, they say, oh, he's black. I'm not gonna work with him because he's violent, he's destructive, he's loud, he's disrespectful. These are the stereotypical adjectives of black people. We are loud, we are violent, we are dumb, we're stupid, not knowing that pretty much. Listen, okay, let me not just talk about that. And if you're a black person, you don't have to oh, this lady is white, or okay, that man is white, so I'm not gonna trust him. You don't have to trust anyone, but you have to learn how to nuance things in this matrix, in this 3D matrix. And by nuancing, I'm referring to, you have to set boundaries. You working with a white person as a black person doesn't mean you have to believe or trust that person with your life. Come on now. Who said that? I know, in your mind, you are so... Listen, black people are so inclusive, black people are so integrative that when they see that they can trust people professionally, they are already thinking about, oh, maybe I could trust him, not in the workplace only. Maybe I could trust him outside. Maybe I could. Listen, not everyone is like you. Not everyone is like you. In my 4 years living in Russia, I have never met a white person. And I'm talking from experience here, so I'm not gonna... This is not me coming and saying they don't do that amongst themselves. This is not what I'm saying. I'm saying this has never happened to me with a white person that we meet in the streets. We talk. And in the same day, we go out and hang out together. We go to restaurants, or we go to concerts, or I go to his house or her house, or she or he goes to my house. This never happened. Because the socializing process, the socialization process is done with other methods, with other approaches. Their culture does not allow them to see these things viable, see these things not only possible but enjoyable, pleasant. But I cannot count how many times I've done that with black people. And by black people, I mean people from India, Bangladesh, Africa, South America. Nah, I've never met a person here from South America. They are rare. Yeah, but listen, black people from Europe, from France. Yeah, and I have to nuance these things. Only in St. Petersburg that I have not done that. But in Siberia, listen, Siberia is a dope place, yo. I don't know about you, but Siberia is a dope place. I have met white people in Siberia with whom, excuse me here, with whom I have done spontaneous things. I'm talking both men and women. I've met a guy in Siberia, man. This guy is one of the most advanced beings that I've met on this planet. I'm not gonna say his name, but this guy, and he has brothers that are equally advanced, but they are not so conscious of it. But he is conscious of it. And he has a girlfriend. She is not so conscious of herself that much, but she has beautiful energies. I've met beautiful people in Siberia that I've done spontaneous things with. So I unwire this logic that I've never done spontaneous things in a day with white people. because these Siberian people, they were white. So this is not me coming here and say white people are not spontaneous. This is not what I'm saying. One of the most spontaneous people are amongst the white race is like European people. These are really spontaneous people. They're really spontaneous, and they're always smiling. I mean, the ones I know. So you see, even according to this logic, you cannot really generalize things because there is everything in everything. Meaning, there are white people that are really different from white people, the culturally white people. They are white people, only their skin is white, y'all. They don't think like white people. They don't move like white people. They don't talk like, but they don't think. They don't behave. They don't vibrate like the culturally white people. So divorce yourself with this thing that the truth is in someone's hands, and he or she will give it to you. Yeah, bruh. This can be dangerous. This way of thinking can be really dangerous. You can believe that there are people out there that will do their best to give you the most precious information that they think or the most valuable to you for your growth, for your own expansion. I'm one of these people. I'm ready to give you the most precious, raw perspective on things that I think are valuable to your growth. Topics, subjects, concepts, things that are valuable to your growth. Like mama, you should be aware of these things. You should be able to sit down and listen to these things without being triggered. Or if you are triggered, you should be comfortable being triggered. Meaning you should be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's when you transcend yourself. Or your lesser self. You see how I can talk about things and not being bothered by what people are going to think about me? How I can talk about things and not being bothered by, black people will not agree with you, or white people will not agree with you, or Hispanic people will not. Bro, I don't give, okay, let me not cuss. I couldn't care less. Let me just put it like that. I couldn't care less. And by I couldn't care less, this is not me being naive and saying, I trust everybody because I love everybody. Nah, I love everybody, but I don't trust anyone. This is how complex you have to get in order for you to enjoy this world. You have to keep playing without losing enthusiasm. I forgot who said that, but it's a really respected and popular sage who said that, a wise elder. He said, you have to keep playing. The secret of life is to keep playing the game of life without losing enthusiasm. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And if you trust people, and by trusting, I'm referring to a personal trust, a naive trust. If you are one of these people, bro, you are not going to be infinitely enthusiastic about life. Nah, you will get burnt out. You will get burned and burnt out. You will get crushed because you will trust people and they will listen. Every time you trust someone and they see that you trust them, with your personal beliefs, with your innermost, let's say, with your spirit, with you trust them with your life, let's say, or you trust them with your authenticity. Me, I've been being authentic for my whole life. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I trust that people will take my authenticity for what it is. Nah. Being authentic doesn't require me to force people to trust in my authenticity. That's a quote, by the way. Being authentic does not require me to force people into believing that my authenticity is legitimate. That's it. So the best you can do is adopting a integrative or inclusive approach to life. An incorporative approach to life. You incorporate things. You incorporate perspectives. By incorporating perspectives, you will see the bigger picture And the more things you incorporate, the bigger the picture will get. By incorporating more perspectives, the bigger the picture will get. And the bigger the picture gets, guess what, baby? Breaking news. Breaking news. Now you understand the whole time you were capable of finding the your own truth or the bigger picture. And what people call the absolute truth, it's nothing but a picture bigger than the picture you're seeing right now. And the more advanced you are, the more you understand that the picture is just getting bigger, meaning you are getting smaller. God damn it. The more advanced you are spiritually, okay, I'm not gonna say spiritually, just multi-dimensionally, meaning intellectually, physically, mentally, spiritually, the more multi-dimensionally advanced you become, or the more cosmically advanced you become, the bigger the picture gets, and the bigger the picture gets, the smaller you become. Oof. God damn it, I gotta write that down, y'all. I gotta write that down. I'm gonna write it down after the video. Whew. Let me just write some words. The bigger the picture gets, the smaller you become. But at the same time, the bigger your eyes, your spiritual eye, your cosmic eye gets. This is why you see the most advanced beings, they are not boastful. They know they did shit. They know, listen, they know they're a big deal, but they don't go around saying that to everybody. Everything for them is not a debate. They don't feel the need to debate everyone. They don't feel the need to be right. Because they know, like, listen, I'm just building my own puzzle. Because I know already that I will never find, or I will never complete the picture, because the picture is always expanding. The picture is the universe. The picture is the cosmos. And you are the universe. You are the cosmos. This is even scientifically proven. Your genes, your molecules, your cells, your minerals, the minerals inside your body, most of them do not even come from this planet. They are dusts of stars. God dang it. These stars are located like light years away from this earth. So how the hell would you have those minerals inside of your body if you were not a cosmic being to begin with? So please, divorce yourself with the idea that the truth is somewhere in somebody's hands and he or she will give it to you. Divorce yourself with the logic that the truth is in a community's property, in a community's possession, and that community will give it to you, because it's not. It is not. It is not. And you will be extremely disappointed if you think that being part of a community gives you the protection of never being disappointed by that community. Listen, listen, you're in for a rude awakening, my friend, if you think that way. I'm not saying you have to start distrusting people in your community. This is not what I'm saying. This will not resolve the problem anyway. This will not resolve the problem anyway. This will not resolve the problem anyway. One of your best options, I'm gonna repeat it, is to start considering different approaches that are foreign to your familiar perspectives. Yep. Yep. And by that I mean, let's take that example in the diets. We have omnivores, we have vegetarian, we have vegan, we have fruitarian. We have people that eat things raw only. All right, we have fruitarian. We have people that don't even eat fruits and vegetables. They just drink water. So what do we call these people? Waterian. What do we call these people, y'all? What? Waterian. Alright? And even further, there are people that don't even drink water. They don't need water to sustain their body. They just breathe. They call these people breatharian. There is a word for it. Breatharian. They sustain their life by the simple breath, by simply breathing. So what's up? Are you going to say, okay, I'm not gonna, okay, if I want to be perfect, okay, let's not say perfect, but if I want to be the best version of myself, if I want to be independent from all these things in this dimension, well, I'm going to be a breatharian. And then you stop eating completely. Breaking news, baby, you're gonna die. Breaking news, baby, you're gonna die. Because your body cannot sustain such a radical change, such a radical turnover in its system. Or should I say, in its systems. It cannot. So you have to take it slow. That's why you have to take it easy. Be easy on yourself. Be easy on yourself, but at the same time, be very strict with the way you allow energies to go into your energy system or your energy field. You know, I've met some of the most spiritually advanced people. They eat meat. I've met people that don't eat meat, and they are really also very spiritually advanced, cosmically advanced. I've met people they barely eat. They only eat fruits and drink water, and they're fine. They have extreme amount of strength, paradoxically, right? So it's not just one thing and not the other. The truth is never such. It's never going to be that way. It's never going to be that way. Enjoy your perspectives, but be aware that you will have to transcend them. You will have to incorporate other perspectives, no matter what, and no matter when, no matter how. You are here on this planet, in this dimension, to incorporate as many perspectives as possible. And by doing this, you will understand the bigger picture of life. And the more you do it, the bigger the picture gets. And the bigger the picture gets, guess what? The smaller you become as the observer. And also the bigger you become as the observer, because you're able to see it all. You see how complex and simple the reality is? The bigger the picture gets, the smaller you get. Because you understand, listen, this picture is only getting bigger. And I'm just one person. One person. Listen. It's time for me to end this video, because if I jump into the one person paradox here, it's going to take me another hour. So there is no absolute truth in an individual's hands. If you're a part of a spiritual school, if you're a part of an esoteric school or an esoteric or occult community, and you're watching this video, this is not me saying you have to divorce with that community. No, I'm saying you have to become aware that the community, the community can only give you so much when it comes to informational data, when it comes to energies, when it comes to guides, when it comes to guidance, when it comes to approaches. The community can only give you so much, baby. Because guess what? The community doesn't know everything. The community doesn't know everything. And even if you could take all the communities combined, the combination of all these communities, they also do not know everything. So guess what, baby? You are never going to find the absolute, complete, total, entire truth that you're looking for. Because it's infinite. It's never ending. It's limitless. Your only option is to keep studying different perspectives. Keep incorporating them. And by incorporating, I'm saying considering that they are also valid. If the word true triggers you, if you cannot consider that they're also true, well, at least consider that they are also valid. Consider that they are also valid. This is your homework. That's your homework. If somebody tells you the ocean doesn't have salt in it, are you going to say, nah, you're wrong? I've seen it my whole life. Listen, the whole humanity knows that it's scientific, it's proven, it's this. Let's go to the ocean. And breaking news, baby. He or she takes you to the ocean. You drank the water. It's not salty. Now are you going to say, nah, it's an illusion? Nah, I'm out of my mind. I'm hallucinating. Oh, really? 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 I'm under hypnosis. Really? Yeah. Peace out, y'all. I'm happy to make this video. I'm happy to be here with you behind this camera to make this video while being so confident, while being so playful, baby, and talking about things that trigger the hell out of people. But I'm doing it like unapologetically confident, y'all. You see me? Yeah, man. And learn the most that you can learn from your leaders, your intellectual leaders, your spiritual leaders. But at the same time, do not give them God's power. Do not give them God's identity. And by God, I'm talking about the infinite source. They are not the infinite source. I mean, they are infinite source. They have the signal. They are a signal of the infinite source. But they're only a signal. Meaning they are only a perspective. They are only a fractal. We are all perspectives of the cosmos. And I'm just here to tell you that. I'm just here to tell you that, baby. So keep being beautiful. Stay beautiful. And if you're ugly, if you think you're ugly, well, if you want to be ugly, be uglier. I'm being unapologetically raw with you. If you think you're ugly and you have to be ugly, then be uglier. Be uglier. Just go all the way, man. Be uglier. And then, but if you're ugly, if you think you're ugly and you want to be beautiful, then start considering yourself beautiful. Adapt another approach. Adapt another perspective. Start thinking yourself as beautiful. Start considering yourself as a beautiful being, as a valid reality. And by considering it more and more, you will start integrating, you will start incorporating these energies, and that reality will become your reality. You will become very beautiful. So, your turn, baby. The ball is in your feet now. Peace out. I'm going to live my best life. Y'all thought like I was gonna say cook or watch TV or nah. I'm gonna live my best life, baby. Peace out, y'all. I love y'all.